Hi, welcome to another studio vlog. If you're new here, my name is Angelica and I am Dutch, as you can tell by my accent. And I am an artist, a photographer, an illustrator, and basically just a very basic white girly that loves coffee and flowers. And in this video I'm gonna show you my garden, my tulips, and most of all lots and lots of riso printing while I'm preparing for an art market. And that art market is this week, so I'm uploading the video beforehand and we'll upload another video about the art market later on. If you're into calm, boring videos about gardening and plants and, you know, a person looking at a fancy copy machine, then I think this video is for you. Okay, I'm going to try and not be awkward, but yeah. So my plan for today is I got the keys, I got like the spare keys of this place because we're closed today. Usually we're open on Mondays, and then I volunteer in the afternoons, and I didn't afternoons. That's not really English. But yeah, today I had a day off and I decided not to visit family because of logistic reasons, and I just thought it would be nice to print something because I'm still working on the calendar and I really want it to be done before the market, and I've been working on it for so long and I keep doing different things, and today it dawned on me that I think I want to go in a different direction. So I'm still going to use the images that I've made, but I'm gonna include all this stuff as well, and I think even pictures that I took of my tulips. And I think I'm just gonna do the calendar in one color, like one color combination, so teal I think and neon pink, and I hope that the color combination will make it a bit more one piece. How should you say it? There's a word for it, but I am lost for words at this moment. Yeah, but haven't really made up the calendar yet. I haven't designed it, and I'm not gonna print everything today, but I'm gonna take a few test prints, and I think I'm gonna make a few tulip photo test prints first in like teal and pink and see how that turns out, and then I might do like maybe a spread for the calendar. So let's see. So I'm working with this program. Sorry for the lights, but it's called Spectro Lights. I made a video about that. I've made a video about it before, so definitely check that one out. It's an amazing program where you can just risofy all your files, and I am using it now to risofy a photo. And this is a picture I took Saturday and took a whole lot of these pictures and selfies. Hi. They're like tulips for my garden, and I've made them more like a Dutch master style, like I did with my previous riso print, but I don't want to make this dark because that's an absolute nightmare to print, so I'm not gonna do that, and I just left it at this. I made it background lighter. I might try it with a darker background as well, but I really like this, and I'm going to make a test print on a bigger size, but it also looks a bit like an illustration, so I think it would be like a good fit for my calendar. So excited to try this out. Yay! awesome. But you can see here underneath there are like a few lines. It's where the master has been crumbled, I guess. But this is so cool. Okay, so I also started to work on the calendar, and I decided to go with neon pink and teal. And these three images are all a different style. This one's a picture, that one is just a drawing, that more. The last one's more like a lino cut kind of thing. And even though I did like a test print of a normal printer, now I do realize that this is quite large. The letters, no. Are these letters? Numbers. The numbers are quite large. But you know, it is what it is. I do really like it. So I think I'm just gonna keep it like this. And this is just the first 3, and then I need like 9 more. But yeah, I'm printing it actually quite well. So I'm really pleased. This is a picture that I took of my tulips. Beautiful, really love it. It's so bright. This is a weird line, but it's not as bad in the other ones. And I'm trying to hold on to the thought that you know, riso printing should be imperfect. It's a little dark, but kept a few without the pink, because I think it's maybe even almost even prettier. Really like that as well. Or this one. Yeah. It's really hard though to print these things. So I'm very pleased. Film this week except for Monday. It is now Friday, but I felt like doing a little talky bit because quite something happens. And where should I start? So let me start on Monday. I was so happy with my results, and I really loved the riso prints I made, and you know, I had a good day working. And then I posted them on Instagram, and I got like, I don't know, 3 likes in 1 hour. And I also realized that I hadn't had a order in so much long. I had like 1 order I think last week, and before that it had been like 2 months or whatever, and I felt really down for some reason. And I think that's like the beauty of social media, and also the downfall of social media, is that yeah. So I'm not really comparing myself to other artists, but I am more and more realizing that I'm working quite hard at this, and I'm spending a lot of time and also a bit of money on this. And I hadn't even made money this year with my prints. It only took money because I had to buy so many new packaging, like card boxes, and you know, for shipping, and plastic foils, and of course a lot of printing costs, because riso printing, even though I'm doing it myself, it's still quite expensive, and a lot of prints are misaligned or smudging or whatever, so I can't use them. So yeah, it's quite expensive. And yeah, I just felt really down. And then I think not even the next day, but the day, someone was messaging me, Nienke, not sure if you're watching this, but she messaged me. She told me, I just discovered your YouTube channel, because I was also a little down because my video wasn't performing well at all. I think it had like 60 views in like 10 hours, something like that. And she said, I just discovered your art because I just saw your video yesterday, and I really liked what I saw. I really liked your video, so thanks. And then the next day she did like some sort of, oh no, and she told me like, I really want to buy your art, but I'm not sure which one yet because I'm still looking. But no, I just know that I am about to buy something, prints. So I thought it was so sweet, and I was like, this is making my day, thank you so much. And then the next day or the day after that, she did like some shout out on Instagram, and I got like 100 new followers that day and 7 orders in total. So I got like 10 orders this week, which is crazy. I'm so happy, so thankful for that. And that's honestly the good side of social media. So thank you, Linke, if you're still watching this. Not sure if you will watch any of my video, but yeah, that made me so happy. And yesterday I was working at a print shop. I had to print things because someone ordered a print that was out of stock, and I printed some more puffins. I also sold 3 puffins in a week at the printmaking studio. They have a little shop and my puffins are in the shop. Hadn't sold them for months, and then all of a sudden in 1 week time I sell 3, which is so much fun. And this lady, I had some misprints that I threw away because I cannot save every print. It's too much. My house, my drawer at the printmaking studio is fully loaded with prints, so you know. And she's like, oh, I love this so much. I'm like, oh, but be careful because it will smudge a lot. It's like really smooth paper, like just copy paper, like paper for your printer. It's not good for riso. So she's like, oh, but I love this. I'm like, gonna use it for like packaging or wrapping gifts. I'm like, oh, but please be careful because, again, it will smudge. And it might ruin your present. She's like, oh, it's such a waste that someone would throw this away. I'm like, well, actually, it's mine. And I showed her the not misprints, because these were like just 1 layers of prints, and it was the good to color one with the Japan with the Japan prints, and she was so sweet and very impressed, and she said all lovely things about my work, which was, again, I felt like, huh, what's happening? What is happening? I guess I just felt I really felt my art was really seen this week. Even though I began the week with not feeling seen at all. Not feeling seen at all. So I just wanted to go online, not online, on camera, and eventually online. And remember myself also for later when I feel down again, that also good things can happen. And that I actually work quite hard for this, and that it can be quite frustrating when I am making videos on YouTube that don't earn me any money, by the way. And that's fine, because I have no intention of becoming a YouTuber. I just want to show you guys my tulips and my garden and make pretty things. Or ugly things, and show people that you can make ugly things, and that's also fine. But I spend a lot of hours making YouTube videos, and that's why I always thinking about maybe I should stop and, you know, put some work into my actual day job, which is being a photographer. But this year I am going to give myself some grace and allow myself to spend more time and money on illustrating, because I really want to go to a more 50-50 direction, where like 50% of my income would be like from illustrating or selling prints or maybe commissions. I've never had a commission in my life ever when it comes to illustrating. And I graduated as an illustrator from art school. I majored in illustration. So yeah, this is quite a story. Before I'll go there, I need so much work, and with the photography it was so much less work, because people just need pictures of their wedding or for their website. It's such a different world than this. Long rants. Hello. Wow. Ooh. Good morning. It is now May 7th and I'm using my newest camera that I've had for like a year, but I never used it for filming, even though this camera, the Sony a7 IV, is a better camera for filming. But you might know I'm like a professional photographer. That's my day job. And I'm a wedding photographer as well, and I have like a few cameras, and I usually use the a7 III for filming, and I got this one as an upgrade for my camera gear for photography, even though this one is better at filming and not necessarily better at photography. Anyway, this is not interesting at all. I thought it would be time to give you a little update about how I am doing with all the printmaking and the preparations for the art market, the art fair, print fair, whatever you like to call it. It is in about 1.5 weeks. And I'm doing pretty well. I have printed out everything. Let me tell you about my calendar first. Wait, I don't have a full one here. I just got them all packed up. But I think this is the format. This is the front. I think I have some phone footage, so I'm gonna show you all the different pages of the calendar. I am really happy with this. I'm gonna use a clip-on to just hang it. Quite a long story. Yeah, so I bought this like binding machine at the thrift store, but it turned out not to be the good one. So I think I'm just gonna bring it back to the thrift store maybe today. It's still at the printmaking studio. Totally forgot about that. Oops. Yeah. So I've decided to use a clip-on, and you can like hang a little. You can just hang it on a nail with this little, you know, that one. And I just thought that was quite clever, and it's very easy, and they're very cheap, and that way I don't have to do anything besides cutting. I got these with the, oh, I don't know the term for this. I would say a staple cutting machine. Like a big machine where you just can slice a big pile of cards or whatever at the same time. We have one in the printmaking studio, so it's been wonderful for this project. And yeah, I wrapped it with leftovers from the chalk paper that was cut over there, and then wrapped it in plastic. Hello, focus. Oh. And I think it looks really nice, and it was such a fun project. It was, the designing was quite hard, the printing was quite nice, it was quite okay. There were a few things. I am not going to ask a lot of money for this because I've now priced it at 22 euros. I was thinking in the beginning to make it like 25 or 30, which is still quite a lot of money. But then again, these are 13 original riso prints. I mean, that's insane. But they aren't all perfectly aligned or perfectly filled. The pink fluo pink drum is still giving a bit of problems. And I had some problems with the software as well, but I figured it out. The other thing that I would do differently, just print it all at once, because I didn't do that because I just thought it was too overwhelming. But now I realize that it's so much easier to print everything at the same time, because when I just print all the pink things, then the pink drum is adjusted properly when it comes to height and dimensions and everything. It's quite a complicated story that is very technical, but it is technically speaking so much easier, quicker, less wasteful to just print it all at the same time. So, lesson learned. I have like, I think around 12 left. I've 12, 13 good ones, and that I can sell, so I'm very pleased with that. I spent a lot of money on this, but I've already sold 3 through the web shop, which means I basically am out of costs, sort of, so that's good. That's a long story about my calendars, but they've been a big project that I really wanted to do for this print fair, because, you know, I just felt like challenging myself and actually make something besides just prints. I also got new cards. You might remember that I printed cards with the puffins. They weren't really sturdy and I was really disappointed by them. So I got new ones. These are much better. And I got some new designs. Of course, the lighthouse puffin. And this one I changed it a bit with the heart. And this was the little lady reading a book. But for the calendar I made this as a prototype and with the puffin. And someone mentioned they really liked it. And I thought, why not make it into the puffin card series? It is a bit of a lazy technique, of course, to just reuse everything. But you know, why not? And this one is also one that I made. So these are like a series now. And yeah, I think they are very cute. And I'm just gonna put them in the web shop, but also bring them to me, bring them with me to the market. I keep looking at myself. I'm so sorry. That's really annoying. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing lots of packing. Things packaged. So if you ever order something from my web shop and there's lots of plastic involved, I am so sorry, but this is the reason. Because I had it already packaged for the print fair. I do try not to seal the plastics so I can reuse them later on if I don't sell my prints, and I can reuse the plastic for another prints. Look, how awesome is this? I love this. Still looking at myself. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It looks so cool. The size is a bit odd and it's very smudgy. It still smudges like crazy. So that's annoying, but yeah. I could talk forever about flowers, birds, printmaking, my garden, but at one point you'll have to stop. And this is where I'm gonna stop the video and the vlog. The printmaking fair is next week. I'll put the information down below in the description box. Please, if you come by, say hi. You don't have to come for me, of course, but there are so many more other amazing artists, so it's gonna be so cool to check out. I think there's also like a exhibition about Marloes de Vries, which I think she's quite popular, so check that out as well. And I really love the lunch at the cafe as well downstairs. It's very good, and I'm feeling very prepared for the market, even though it's still a week left. Almost everything is packaged. I've printed everything. Ooh, I almost forgot to tell you about my new business cards. They are very cute. So I just got these printed, and it was just as cheap, I think, to have multiple designs. So I did that. And then this is the back. And I think they are so cute. And people are telling me like it would be so much fun to like collect them all. And I think I need to be careful not to put them out all at the same time, because I think people are going to collect them. And that would be a bit wasteful. So I'm just gonna put them on one by one. But I'm really happy with this. It is so much cheaper and easier than riso printing. And you know, it was time to have a good business card. So that's nice. I'm gonna put them on the market. Yeah, I'm feeling very prepared for the market and looking very much forward to it. And I hope to see you there. If you are there, please say hi. Not sure if I've already said this in this part of the video or if it was my previous video that I filmed. I'm thinking really hard what more I can tell you, but no, there's not much to tell. I'm gonna film a lot more about the garden and about all the printmaking I'm gonna do. I think I'm a little bit fed up with all the riso printing for now. I've printed so many new things for the last 6 months. So I'm really hoping to sell a bit more this time. And just to get a bit rid of all the stash, you know. I've got so many prints, it's too much. And I really hope to do a lot more markets this year or next year or whatever. But I find it really hard to find markets. So yeah, but it's all gonna be another story. I'm gonna make a video about the market as well, so I'll keep you updated. And of course the garden. If you have any ideas what more I should do with the garden, please let me know, and I'll make a big video about the garden in the future as well. And thank you for watching, and yeah, no, that's it. Bye.